It all starts to make sense. It all starts to make sense. With all these omens, we've been calling it in. It all starts to make sense. All my thoughts, and particularly my prayers, have not forgotten the indigenous. For the Western man's been working so hard against us. With his Western medicine and his landman and fitness fences on. For the way he protects and the way he preserves, and every way he neglects the people to gain first. You know, the same ones that he massacred. It all starts to make sense. Where we're going, where we're at, and where we've been. It all starts to make sense. Well, creator, the behavior of the collective youth definitely seems to be in favor of the Western man's invasion. See him pumping fear like an ivy, spreading it like a disease, and all the while building a clueless army of God-fearing youth with no knowledge of the truth, and their selfishness is so ugly, and it all starts to make sense. Who we gotta talk to if we wanna survive this mess? It all starts to make sense. Itty-bitty economies based on geography, fueled by spectators and their money and their need for things that will not last. So go on, build a hotel and get shop in the wilderness. Making a profit, capitalizing on it, and all the while trampling on everything that is sacred, and it all starts to make sense. Why the Western man destroys things he doesn't understand. It all starts to make sense. All these patterns and wasteful destructive practices. All right now. Living like a third world country inside this country. Fuck the government that puts the people in poverty, and it bothers me when the people are going hungry and going for companies that got the carpet full of groceries. It's disgusting how you can do nothing and complain about the situation in which you're living, and it all starts to make sense. The vultures are culture and they're picking on all my friends. It all starts to make sense. All indigenous and present men. Well, I dedicate my life to the people who need the light, help them rise above the scam on the land and their lives, and I'm cutting like a knife all the lies by the slide. Independent of this democracy is really worth the fight. My request is reasonable, a sharp, undefeatable, ambitious, deep moving towards solutions that are feasible. It's unbelievable, all the slow moving people, they can care less just as long as they are comfortable. Man, it's unforgivable, because the conditions now are critical. Whether or not you're ready, we are now approaching the pinnacle. It's difficult to say exactly what to do, but the change begins with me, and I'll reflect it back to you, and you, and you, and you, and use your ability to choose. Come on, man, make the movement move. It all starts to make sense. It all starts to make sense. With all these omens and the moon phase we're in. It all starts to make sense. Well, I dedicate my life to the people who need the light, to help them rise above the scam on the land and their lives. And I'm cutting like a knife for the lies by the slice. Independent of this democracy is really worth the fight. My request is reasonable, a tribe undefeatable, ambitious, deep moving towards solutions that are feasible. It's unbelievable, all the slow moving people, they can care less just as long as they get comfortable. Man, it's unforgivable, because the conditions now are critical. Whether or not you're ready, we are now approaching the pinnacle. It's difficult to say exactly what to do, but the change begins with me, and I reflect it back to you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Use your ability to choose. It all starts to make sense. It all